Welcome to tonight's video on Unit 12, Part 4, talking about volumes of pyramids and cones. Remember last time a prism, the volume was base times height. Well, the philosophy and the reason why pyramids are 1/3 base times height is that it would, if you filled up a pyramid and a prism with the same dimensions, it would take 3 times filling up the pyramid to get the volume of the prism because of the fact there's only one base in a pyramid. So it's 1/3 base times height. So here, the volume, now this is a volume of a cone, which is also 1/3 base times height, which is 1/3 pi 5 squared times 13. And when you multiply that out, or sorry, times 12, not 13. When you multiply that out, you get 314.2 cubic inches. Here, the volume, it's a square, so it's 1/3 3 squared times 7. And that is equal to 21 cubic inches. Brad here is building a model pyramid for a social studies project. The model is a square pyramid with a base edge of 8 feet and a height of 6.5. Find the volume of the pyramid. Well, it's 1/3 8 squared times 6.5. And when you multiply that out, you get 138.7 cubic feet. The volume of the cone here, remember, volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared, so 20.6 squared, times the height, which is also 20.6. And when you multiply that out, you get 9,154.4 cubic meters. Here, it's 1/3 8 squared pi times 15, and that's 1,005.3 cubic meters. At the top of a stone tower is a square pyramid. It has a height of 52.5 and the base edges are 36. What is the volume? Well, it's 1/3 36 squared times 52.5. And when you multiply that out, you get 22,680 cubic centimeters. In a botanical garden, there's a silver square pyramid that has a height of 65 and the base edges are 30. So it's 1/3 30 squared, because that means the bases are a square, times the height, which is 65. And when you multiply that out, you get 19,500 cubic centimeters. All right, so here 48, that's a cone, so it's 1/3 4 squared times pi times the height, which is 8. And that's 134.0 cubic millimeters. Here it's a pyramid. It's a rectangular pyramid. So it's 1/3 5 times 9, because that's the area of the base, times the height, which is 12. And that gives you 180 cubic feet. Here it's a pentagonal shape. So now, remember, in a pentagon, we have to find we know the apothem is 9, but now we have to find this edge so that we can find the perimeter of the base, because remember, the area of a pentagon is 1/2 perimeter times apothem. So if you notice here, we know that this is 9, and since it's a pentagon, 360 divided by 5 is 72, which means these angles 36 and 36. So to find this, we do tangent 36 equals x over 9. So 9 times tangent 36 equals x. And when you multiply that out, 9 times tangent 36 gives you 6.5. So that means when you multiply that by 2, you get that this whole side is 13. So the area of the pentagon is 1/2, and 13 times 5 is 65. So the perimeter is 65 times the apothem, which is 9. So that gives you 292.5. Oh, we'll go out the other way, sorry. So now the volume is 1/3, 292.5 times the height, which is 12. And when you multiply that out, you get 1,170 cubic inches. All right, so next, volume of a cone with a diameter of 8.4, that means the radius is 4.2. So remember, volume is 1/3 the area of the base, which is pi r squared, times the height, which is 14.6. And when you multiply that out, you get 269.7 cubic meters. And this one, the hexagonal pyramid with a base area of 130 square meters and a volume of 650, find the height. Well, remember, volume is 1/3 area of the base times the height. So 650 equals 1/3 130 times height. Multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of the fraction. So when you do that, 3 times 650 gives you 1950. And then divide by 130. And you get that the height is 15 meters. All right, so that concludes our video for Unit 4. Part 4. Part 5 coming up next.